player who brings instant offense off the bench for Doc. For the fourth straight season with a ball club, he connected on over 100 three-pointers in the course of the season, averaged over 14 points a game. Kind of a slow start this year. He found his stride January through April. He was absolutely as good as it gets. He ranked number 2 in the NBA in free throw percentage all season long, made more than 90% of his foul shots. Now, historically, he becomes the only player in NBA history to win this coveted award as many as 3 times. The 2015-16 Kia NBA Sixth Man of the Year, Jamal Crawford. We're calling Jamal shortly to say a few words, but first, I want to hear from the man who really understands the importance of the role that Jamal plays in this ball club, coming off the bench, night in, night out. Clipper head coach Doc Rivers. Come on up, Doc.
Thank you. This is really a cool honor and a neat honor. I was thinking over there, when you're the only anything, the only guy to score a certain amount of points in the NBA, Jabbar, the only guy to get a lot of assists is Stockton. I mean, when you become the only guy in history, that means a lot. It's kind of opposite of what your award is, because the Sixth Man award is a very unselfish award. It doesn't mean that Kevin McHale couldn't have started. It doesn't mean that John Havlicek shouldn't have started. It means that they decided to take a role and do what was best for the team. And Jamal this year especially, he's been good every year I've coached him, and every year he's played. But this year, to me, stands out because, we had a long talk this summer, and I asked you, I said, Jamal, we're going to have to change the way not only we play, but even you play. We're going to move the ball more, we're going to have more movement. You're still going to get shots, but that second group will grow more. You did that. You can make a case that, I guess, analytically, you've touched the ball less and you've scored more. And I think that just tells you who Jamal is. He was, whatever's good for the team, I'm going to do it. He did it, and now he's sitting here as the Sixth Man of the Year award. So congratulations, Jamal.
What an honor. 70 years we've had this league, and this guy is the only guy to win it 3 times. Let's get to the official trophy presentation itself. To do the honors, Tim Chaney of Kia Motors America. Tim?
The Kia NBA Sixth Man Award. Now, we've all heard there's only one 3-time winner of the award. And while I suppose I'm supposed to get the league's approval on this, and at least on behalf of Kia today, I'd like to rename the award in his honor. I might get fined later. I might become the only sponsor to ever get fined by the commissioner. So, as true fans of the game of basketball in the NBA, and on behalf of all the Kia team members and retailers nationwide, it's my honor to present Jamal Crawford of the Los Angeles Clippers with the 2015-2016 Jamal Crawford NBA Sixth Man Award. Kia Motors is happy to donate a 2016 Kia Sorento in Jamal's name to the Watts Willowbrook Boys and Girls Club.
Ladies and gentlemen, he won this award back in 2010 as a member of the Atlanta Hawks. And 2 years ago right now, we were right here in this building. The 2014 Kia Sixth Man Award went to this gentleman. He joined Kevin McHale, Ricky Pierce, and Detlef Schrempf as the only 2-time winners. But today, he separates himself from all those other great reserves in NBA history with an unprecedented spot. It is his third time that he has won this coveted award. Jamal, you have a lot of friends, family members, teammates, everybody pretty much who loves you is in this building right now. There's a lot of people who are here right now. None love you more than your family members, and they are here with a special surprise to Mom Lenore, wife Tori, and two of your three kids, JJ and London. Come on up, you got a little special. These are the awards of the past years, from 2010 and 2014, and the trio is here. That's great. A proud family for sure, and we're all very, very proud of the Kia NBA Sixth Man of the Year. Come up and say hello, Jamal Crawford.
It's always weird being up here by yourself, honestly, because this is truly a team award. Like, if you think about it, you know, I made some shots, but I couldn't have done it if Doc didn't draw plays or if I didn't get the ball in the right spot for my teammates or picks where it's at. I thank the voters, obviously. You know, you guys saw me fit to win this award, and I appreciate it. I don't take it for granted. The Clippers organization, you know, from our training staff who keeps us on the court healthy, to our strength and conditioning staff who keep us prepared for an 82-game schedule, to our PR people who do a great job bringing awareness to the things we do on and off the court, community relations, everybody. Like, it truly is a team award, and it's not just about me. Like I said it in some of my bigger games, you guys can go back and look. It's never about that one person. I don't care if you're in an individual sport or not. It's a total team effort. I thank Doc Rivers because, honestly, he's never tried to change me. He's embraced me for who I am and his staff, but they made me a better all-around player in the process. You know, and I don't know anybody, I'm not trying to brag or anything, I don't know anybody in their 16th year who is still willing to learn and still have good people around them to teach them the game. And I thank my family, I really do. They've always supported me no matter what. My agents, my friends, they supported me no matter what. My wife, she's truly like the MVP of our household because she deals with everything. She knows how obsessive I am about basketball. Like, I've loved this since I was 2 years old, and I would never cheat the game, like, ever, no matter what. League pass, we go back and forth about that. She always teases me about league pass because I'm watching every game, and like, I've truly given my life to basketball. I really have, and I thank God to be in this position. I thank God every single night. I really do. I thank my teammates. They were just as happy about this as I was, if not more happy. Every single one. I've been on, 5 or 6 different teams, but the Clippers have truly been like a home to me. And I crave that, and I love it, and I'm not taking it for granted, and I'm very, very thankful to Doc and his staff. Like I said, they made me a better basketball player, and that's very rare to start, to continue to get better after 16 years. And I just thank all you guys. I thank all you guys that work here every day. You guys help make us better versions of help make us better versions of ourselves. The stuff you guys do behind the scenes, from the video, the film work, everything you guys do. So I just thank you guys. I'm really, really appreciative. Thank you.
Congratulations once again. Stand tight where you are. We're starting things off now with a Kia fan question from NBA Social. This comes all the way from Melbourne, Australia. Obviously a fan of yours and of our great game. His name is Ben. He says, Jamal, how have you been able to perfect the role of sixth man, continue to play at such a high level for such a long time?
To answer the first part of the question, I think I never envisioned myself being a sixth man. I started my whole life, and I actually got to coach Woodson in Atlanta, and he was like, we have our core group in place, but your role is just as important, if not more important. So go lead the league and scoring off the bench. We need that, and at that point, I didn't want to be known as a good player on bad teams. I didn't want to be a guy who scored 20 points on losing teams. I wanted to win. So at that point, I said, I'll change the course of my career and where it's going, and I'll get in the sixth man. And then I saw the importance of it. You look over the years with Ginobili in San Antonio, or Harden in OKC, or Jason Terry with the Dallas Mavericks, or Kevin McHale, all those great players, they believed in something bigger than themselves. And I just wanted to win, so that was important to me. And then the second part of the question, just being in love with the game. Like I said, I've never I've never cheated the game. I play every single day of my life. I dreamed about being in this position. I used to listen to music, like I wonder if pros listen to that music, you know, whatever it was to be in this position, so I just don't take it for granted.
Well done, thank you very much. We got a number of media members here that have some questions they'd like to ask you, and to the guys and gals that's in the media, you want to ask a question, raise your hand, number one. We'll bring a microphone over to you, state your name, your affiliation, and then fire away, and Jamal will give it his best shot. It'll be pretty good, I promise you.
Yeah, Jamal, Jim Hill, CBS TV here in Los Angeles. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
Second of all, you know, this is the first time many of us have ever heard of an award being named after someone who's still playing. And when it was mentioned, it looked like you were almost in shock. And I'm wondering your feelings on this day, getting this award, the third time you got this award, and also it's almost like three's running your family.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Doc actually came up with it first. That's the first person I heard kind of spit it out there, and then, you know, obviously my teammates, and it honestly hasn't hit me. It really hasn't. I'm such a fan and student of the game. I think one day when I retire, I'll be able to sit back and look at that. And I'm thankful for it now, humbled by it, but I'll really be able to soak it in, you know, then. It's a very, very humbling experience.
Jamal, Dan, like you, Orange County Register. Kind of along those lines, how important is legacy to you? I know that's a word I've heard you use a few times, and does winning this award a third time mean more because of the, I guess, the legacy impacts of it?
Yeah, I think so. I really do. I think for me, I've never made an all-star game. You know, I've always had my peers and coaches respect around the league. So for me, at the end of the day, you know, 10 years from now, 15 years from now, I just wonder, like, will the new fan remember me? You know what I mean? Will they remember what I did in the game? And hopefully it was in a positive nature, and hopefully this is one of the things that the kids coming up, maybe, you know, 19 years old, like, hey, I don't have to start. I can still have an impact on the bench. Because starting is the cool thing, obviously, and everybody wants to do it. We've all done it. So hopefully it can inspire a new generation of players.
Jamal, Robert Morales, LA Daily News. Jamal, can you just explain to us how you're still able to look like a 25-year-old out there at this point in your
Well, my wife makes me drink water all the time now, which is hard to do. But I used to drink Capri Sun and stuff like that. But being honest, it's more about, like I said, not cheating the game, being in love with the game. The way I look at it is, and I try to explain it this way, is if I took a lot of time off, if I took off, you know, 3 months or 2 months to try to recover, it's almost like if you leave your house, you know, for 9 months for a job, and then you come back in, you try to turn on the lights, they start popping, the car may not start. So I figure if I keep my muscles firing and I just keep it going, I stay with young players, I don't feel like age is an excuse. I think a lot of people age themselves on like, oh, I'm 35 or 38 or whatever, and they get that in their mind, and that's where it starts. So for me, I just keep things going, keep things as if I'm young as possible, and I feel great.
Ben Bulch, LA Times. Jamal, you got off to kind of a slow start this year. I believe Doc kind of talked to you and said, you know, be aggressive at one point. How big was that? Was that a turning point and really turning it on the last 4 months or so of the season?
That was huge for me, with him saying that. I have such respect for him. Like, honestly, before I came here, Boston was one of the teams that had somewhat interest. I'm like, man, I don't know if I can play for Doc Rivers. Like, you know, like he's a champion and a winner and all that. So coming from him, it's like obviously I'm grown, but I have some kid-like ways. Sometimes I need that. And my teammates are great at that. Like, come on, man, you got to turn it up. You can do it. You know, and I need those words of encouragement. So when Doc said that on Christmas, like, you know, I need you to start being a little bit more aggressive. That's what I need to hear. You know, and that's what I've had 17 coaches, and he's the best at that as far as he knows the pulse of the team, not just for me, but all our guys. He knows exactly what buttons to push, when we need to, you know, pat the back, and when we need to really turn it up. So he kind of figured that, and he felt that, and it paid off for us.
Clippers.com. Well, you don't like talking about your age much during the season, but to be the oldest guy to win this award, to win it again for a third time, does it add anything extra?
Yeah, it does. From the standpoint that I was the oldest to win it last time, so. So to me, I think, consistency is one of the things for longevity. I think if you're consistent over your career, I always try to pride myself on that. I think that's one of the keys to having longevity and having a long career. So I just try to stay with that formula, try to be as consistent as possible, try to do what's asked of me, and try to do it better. And I think with that, long term, it'll pay off. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.